Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم أما بعد. يقول الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم: ولكل وجهة هو موليها فاستبقوا الخيرات أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلِكُلٍّ وِجْهَةٍ. For every single religion, that there's a Qibla, there's a place that they used to face to pray. And of course ours, in the beginning of Islam, we started off praying to Bayt al-Maqdis, and then eventually the Qibla got changed to the Masjid al-Haram, to the Kaaba. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلِكُلٍّ وِجْهَةٍ هُوَ مُوَلِّيهَا, a Qibla that he's going to face when he's praying. And then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, because we're all going to be different. And this, of course, this is the last Sharia. This is the Muhammad. This deen is the deen in all deens. This Sharia is the Sharia in all, everything that went before it. So everything goes back to now what was here in this deen. So the final Qibla is what? The Kaaba. None of that's going to change. So whatever they did before doesn't matter. So after this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Race each other to do good deeds. Race each other to do what? To do good deeds. After he made this clear to you that this is what the people before, everybody's going to be different, but this is it now. فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Race each other to do good deeds. And after that he said, فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا. Wherever you are, يَأْتِي بِكُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to gather you all on the day of judgment. So after he tells you, فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ, reminds you of the reality of what we're all facing. Because we all get caught up in this dunya. And we think that, you know, what's important? The bills and everything, what's going on in the shop, what's going on amongst the, you know, friends and companions, and we forget the most important thing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds you, فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Go out and race each other to do those good deeds. أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا. Wherever you are, يَأْتِ بِكُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring you all together on the day of judgment, so you face that hisab, you face that account for everything that you've done in this life. He said, Inna Allah ala kulli shayin qadir, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of all things. Nothing is out of the capability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bringing us all together and bringing us to account. This is the most important thing, that we cannot lose focus as Muslims. And we, you know, just as we race each other, you see the majority of the people, amongst the kuffar especially, they're racing each other to do what? To get the dunya. That's all they have. That's all they have. You understand? So there's no Jannah for these people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the hadith of Abi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu about the reality of the dunya. He said, the dunya sijin al-mu'min wa jannat al-kafir. This hadith is in Sahih Muslim, where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said that the life of this world is what? A prison for the believer. A prison for the believer. Wa jannat al-kafir. It's a garden of paradise. It's his Jannah. This is not our Jannah. So this is not something that we should be racing each other and fighting each other over trying to get the most of. In the dunya, we get what we need from the dunya, but we focus on the actions and preparing for what's ahead. Because we're not the ones. We shouldn't be the heedless ones. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told you over and over and over and over again. أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يَأْتِ بِكُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا. Wherever you are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring you all to account. Prepare for that. And like I said before that, what did he say? فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Race to do good deeds. But you know, here everybody's racing to do what? You leave out early in the morning, mashallah, to get to work on time. Masjid for Fajr is empty. Masjid for Fajr is empty. You want to work overtime. You want to put all this extra work into your job and everything to get your dunya. Salat al-Maghrib, Salat al-Isha, what? Masjid is empty. So where is this now? Where are we racing each other to do these good deeds? Because the good deeds, they don't start in your job. The good deeds, they start right here in the Masjid, in the places of worship that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, this is where we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is where we congregate to learn our deen. This is where it starts. But these places are empty. So what do you expect to get from the dunya? And you're not even working, you expect Allah to put barakah in your dunya. But yet you're not putting forth anything for the akhirah. Allah musta'an. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about the people, these types of people that go out and they race each other to do good deeds. What he said? He said, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا أَتَوْا وَقُلُوبُهُمْ وَجِلَةٌ أَنَّهُمْ إِلَى رَبِّهِمْ رَاجِعُونَ أُولَٰئِكَ يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ وَهُمْ لَهَا سَابِقُونَ. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about the people. He said, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا أَتَوْا. That they give from what was given to them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them risk. They take it and they spend that in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They don't hold it for themselves. And they don't try to just benefit from it and try to live all fancy and nice. They take that and they put it to the benefit of what? Spreading this deen, spreading tawheed, spreading Quran and the Sunnah, spreading the knowledge of this deen, and making sure that everybody now has what they need as Muslims to do, to get the knowledge and to do the things that we're supposed to be doing. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا أَتَوْا وَقُلُوبُهُمْ وَجِلَةٌ. So as they're spending and they're giving out of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them, their hearts are full of fear. Full of fear what? That it won't even be accepted from them. They're so afraid, even as they're giving, they're so like قُلُوبُهُمْ وَجِلَةٌ, full of fear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept it from them. أَنَّهُمْ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ رَاجِعُونَ. Because they have yaqeen and they know that it's to their Lord that they're going back to. And that's where their fear is. Their fear is not about losing the dunya. You see these people, and what are they concerned with? Their hearts are full of fear, not with anxiety about what's going to happen tomorrow when I got to meet with the boss, or what's going to happen tomorrow because I'm having some problem with fulan and fulan and fulan. Wajilatun. Their hearts are full of fear because they're afraid that their actions are not going to be accepted. And then they come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment and they find that out. Or they find out at the time of their death when the angel of death comes to them, either with bushra or the other one, Allahu musta'an. You either get the glad tidings or you're going out to the anger of your Lord. So that's what we need to be focused on, because we don't know. And these are the people. And then what did he say after this? What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say after this? He said, أُولَٰئِكَ يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ. Those are the people that are quick to go and do the good deeds. وَهُمْ لَهَا سَابِقُونَ. And they're the ones that race everybody to it. You're racing the people to do good deeds, racing the people to memorize the Quran, racing the people to be the one to pray in the masjid, racing the people to fast when nobody else is fasting, to give when nobody else is giving, to stand up at night when everybody's sleeping. Those are the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about, not the people that are busy with their dunya. We're going to get to those people in a minute, inshallah. And now, and a different ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentioned this, where He told you, it's a command to all the believers, where He said, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. Alright, مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ عَرَضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ وَعِدَّةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. He said, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. Race each other and be quick to seek out the forgiveness from your Lord. How do you get the forgiveness from your Lord? By doing those righteous actions. وَهُمْ لَهَا سَابِقُونَ. Racing the people to be the first one to do those good actions. You don't wait around for other people to motivate you. You go out and you be the motivation for the people. And you do the things that you know needs to be done. We all sit around and complain about everything that's not getting done. About the masajid being empty, but yet the same people that are complaining about the masajid being empty are also what? Not in the masajid. The same people that are complaining about, oh, there's no classes and there's no knowledge being taught, are the same people that what? When the classes open up, nothing but what? Ghosts. Nobody's there. He's not there. He's not even in the classes. So we don't need to be a nation of talkers. We need to be a nation of what? Of actors, of getting out and doing the things that we need to do and being the first to do them. If we know that something's good, we race each other to do it. And that, just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. So go out and race each other and be quick to seek the forgiveness from your Lord before you get held to account. And then He said after that, وَجَنَّةٍ عَرَضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ. What? That you're going out and you're seeking the forgiveness of your Lord, and you're seeking that Jannah of what? Aradaha, the vastness of which is more than the heavens and the earth. What do you want this dunya for? This dunya is nothing. Wallahi, only a fool would work all his life and put all of his energy into something that he knew was going to come to an end. That's a fool. And I know Muslims are not fools. It's a real man that has an aql, that uses his mind, that he focuses on what is everlasting. And he puts the thing that he knows is coming to an end on the back burner. But you put your deen on the back burner so you can focus on what you know is coming to an end. And you know you're going to die and you're going to leave behind. You know this. But that's your focus in your life, day in and day out. Everybody, when you go home tonight, ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Look at all the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you night and day. Everything. Hot showers, hot food, a nice house, blankets to protect you from the cold. Everything, your vision and everything, all the faculties that you have. What have you given back? What have we all given back? And how are we going to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessings? And we know that it's only if we want increase in those blessings. You're doing it wrong if you're trying to focus on trying to get the blessing by focusing on the dunya. You're doing it wrong. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? He said, وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. He said what? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announced to the people, He said what? If you are only grateful, what? لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. He promises you that He will increase you in everything that you have. But it's with shukr. It's with obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's about doing the things that we're supposed to do as Muslims and fulfilling our obligations first to Allah. Then we fulfill our obligations to family and the rest of the people. First, our obligations to Allah. And that has to be at the foremost of everything that we do in our lives. And then He said, أُعِدَّتْ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. He said that this Jannah, which is vast, the vastness of which is vast, more vast than the heavens and the earth and the heavens and the earth. That's only prepared for what? The people of taqwa. The people of taqwa. Those people that are going out and trying to do the things that they know they have to do on a daily basis. The things when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands them to do something, they do it. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells them to stay away from something, they stay away from it. Those are the people of taqwa. Not the people that are busy in the dunya, running here and there like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to get a little dollar here and a dollar there, and then sacrificing his whole akhirah for what? For something that's going to come to an end. And you know what's going to happen. Your family's going to inherit everything from it, and everything that you left behind, they're going to inherit everything and waste it all. What do you have? Nothing. Nothing. The only thing that you have is your actions. So this is something that we can't be wasteful of this opportunity. Every second that we have of our free time, we need to utilize it in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and doing the things that we know, inshallah, that will bring us closer to Allah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين استغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, He said, إن الأبرار لفي نعيم على الأرائك ينظرون تعرف في وجوههم نظرة النعيم يسقون من رحيق مختوم ختامه مسك وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the righteous people and the state of the righteous people on the day of judgment. He said that the righteous people, He said, إِنَّ الْأَبْرَارَ لَفِي نَعِيمٍ. He said on the day of judgment when everybody's stressing out, you stressed out in this life over the dunya. Wait till you see how much you're going to be stressing on the day of judgment. And when you die and you meet your Lord and you wasted your time stressing over this dunya, let's see how much you're going to be stressing on that day. Who's the one that's not going to be stressing? Those righteous people. The people that you said, oh, look at these guys, they're just in the masjid, they're trying to learn their deen, trying to practice their deen. You guys are going to be the ones stressing. And maybe me too, who knows? Only with Allah's mercy, we won't be stressing on that day. He said, إِنَّ الْأَبْرَارَ لَفِي نَعِيمٍ. He said that these righteous people, they're in na'im, they're just full of blessing on this day. عَلَى الْأَرَائِكِ يَنْظُرُونَ. Al-Ara'ik is like these beds. They're laid out like these nice little beds that are raised up, and they have a canopy that's going to protect them and shade them. And they're just chilling on these beds, watching everybody suffer. These are the people that were that were racing to do the good deeds. They were trying to get in the Masjid to pray Fajr. They were always, trying to read the Quran and trying to pray a little bit at night, trying to fast here and there, and trying to do those good deeds with his life. Those people, now they're just chilling. You're sweating. Allahumma musta'an. He said, ta'rifu fi wujuhihim nadrata na'im. He said, even when you see their faces, you see that light, the light of blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in their face. He said, yusqawna min rahiqin makhtum. That they'll be given a type of wine. So not only are they going to be sitting up there on these ara'iki yanzurun, they're going to be sitting up on these couches, on these beds laid out, watching everybody, but they're also going to be drinking. They're going to have wine. And the best of all wine. It's never going to be open except for these believers only. And then he said, khitamuhu misk. Khitamuhu misk, like the last taste of it is the taste of misk. They're chilling. And then what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say after that? He said, وَفِي ذَلِكَ, and for this thing, فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. He said, let the people who want to compete for this. He didn't say for the dunya. He didn't say for status in this stupid world, this sijan al-mu'min, this prison that we're in. He didn't tell you to do that. What did he say? He said, وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. For this type of status on the day of judgment, let you compete. If you really, 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 truly believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you truly know that you're going to meet Allah on the last day, let you compete for this. How are you going to compete for that? Being busy in the dunya, neglecting everything that you have to do as a Muslim. You want that blessing on the day, you got to put in blood, sweat, and tears in this life to get it. It's not going to come to you by what? It's not going to be just handed out. Nothing that's worth anything ever comes easy. Not in this life and definitely not in the next life. You want that type, you want to be in Jannah, work for it. Work for it. What, are you just going to go up on the day of judgment looking for handouts? Please, Ya Rabbi, I know I never did anything, let me in the Jannah. Nah, you're not thinking. You wouldn't accept that type of behavior from somebody in this dunya. Could you imagine? You have a company. The guy doesn't work. He sits there all day and plays with his phone. But he tells me, where's my paycheck? Man, what are you going to tell him? Dude, get up out of here. You're fired. You wouldn't accept a worker like that. But you take the same attitude with Allah. You go there, you don't want to do anything in this deen. You don't want to put anything forth to progress this deen. Tawheed, Sunnah. But yet, what do you want to do? You just want to go to Jannah. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's not going to work like that in the dunya. As we were seeing a hadith from Abi Hurairah, radiallahu anhu, in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said, "Inna Nabiy sallallahu alaihi wasallam qala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yaqul." So this is a hadith al-Qudsi, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, he said, "Ya ibn Adam, tafarraq li ibadati." He said, "Tafarraq li ibadati, amna'u qalbak ghina, wa asuddu faqrak." He said, if you just like what? Give yourself to my worship. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give yourself to tafarraq. Like set just that time to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That He'll put richness and wealth in your heart. And that's the greatest blessing, that you don't want anything in this dunya. You're only thinking about what's in the next life. None of this dunya means anything to you. Say, "Amla'u qalbaka ghina." I will fill your heart full of richness. Wa asuddu faqrak. And he said, and I will keep poverty away from you. He said, "Wa illa taf'al." But if you don't do this, if you choose to be busy with the dunya, what did he say? He said, "Amla'u yadayka shughla." He said, I will fill your hands with work that's going to keep you busy from the remembrance of Allah. He said, "Amla'u yadayka shughla wa lam asuddu faqrak." And I will not keep poverty away from you. It's a promise. Why are you still busy with the dunya? Get what you got to get. Do what you got to do. And put your focus on preparing for the next life. And always be real with yourself. What have you put forth? What have you given back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessings that He's given you? What have you done? What have any of us done? Are you really think that you're going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today and have to answer for all the blessings that He's given you and what you've given back? Are we all ready for that? فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. So we all need to race each other to do good deeds. That's what we need to put our focus on. This dunya doesn't mean nothing. Status in this dunya doesn't mean nothing. We're looking for that status with Allah on the next day, on the last day. Wallahu musta'an. اللهم ثبتنا على هذا الدين حتى نلقاك به. اللهم اجعلنا من المسابقين المتنافسين في الخيرات. اللهم يا ربي اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. أقيم الصلاة.
Brothers and sisters, we ask you, please continue to support the house of Allah. We really need your help right now. We need help with getting the brother Imam established here. Right now, if anyone knows